Okay, shuffle for another second. Excuse me. Alright, let's get started. So good morning, everyone. My name is Maddie, the Tarot Gamer. And every week I like to give an all signs reading from Aries to Pisces, to help guide you through your week. I apologize I wasn't able to do it, yesterday. I was really busy with business stuff, so I am doing my live today to help you get through the rest of your week. So I apologize for that. And before I get started, wanted to share that I will be going live on Thursday, March 18th, with the Magician's Menagerie at 8 p.m. And we're going to do a little tarot talk. So if you will be around and you have nothing to do on Thursday, I highly recommend. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited. So without further ado, let's get started. Aries. Aries, you got the Ace of Wands. As Pisces season is coming to an end, and we are going into your season, this is the time to pick up a new passion. Aries love nothing more than being able to find new things to work on because they want to be the best at it. So Aries, for you this week, start preparing for the start of the year, start preparing for the start of your month, and find something that you want to work on for a while. So that's for Aries. Taurus. Taurus, you got the Emperor. You actually got the Aries equivalent card, so that's kind of interesting. Taurus, for this week, you're going to need a lot of routine. You're going to need a lot of rule following. And that's not because they want to keep you down. It's more of a structure and a routine is going to help you this week. It's going to help you stay grounded. It's going to help you achieve your goal. It's going to help you keep that earth rigidness mentality that you have, but also keep you functioning. So Taurus, for this week, make sure that you find a routine and you stick with it, which is the most important part. Make sure you stick with the routine once you establish one. Okay. Gemini. Gemini, you have the Nine of Wands. For an air sign, maybe you're in a mindset that you're not really familiar with. Geminis are usually very creative, very expressive. So when you're in this situation, you might come off very shy, very timid, very insecure, and that's okay. You kind of want to let your guard down a little bit this week to invite other energies in to help you. You're not going through this week alone. You have people around you that want you to do well. So while you're in this new mindset or in this new situation in general, make sure you reach out to people if you need that kind of support. Okay, Gemini? Cancer. Cancer, you have the Five of Wands. A lot of conflict within your peers, and that's not very beneficial for your emotional kind of stability, for your emotional mindset. You're gonna have some hurt feelings. Someone's gonna have some hurt feelings, and that doesn't mean that it's your job or your responsibility to go in and try and fix them. When you're in a conflict with your peers or your friends, you have to let things cool down a little bit. Let people express how they feel, even if it's in a negative kind of tone. But it's important for people to express this because you want to make sure you understand how they're feeling. And you can't always have like a civil conversation about it. Sometimes your emotions just get the best of you. So Cancer, remember, you can't control everyone's emotions. You can't control how they feel. So for this week, just let things cool down while this conflict is going on, okay? Lots of wands so far. Very interesting. It's going to be a very passionate, hot week. Leos, you have the 10 of Swords. And this is a really hard card for Leos because Leos are very proud. Leos believe that what they do is always kind of like the standard of what other people should be doing. So this is going to be really hard for you. This is about kind of like surrendering yourself and allowing yourself not so much a rest or meditation, but a lot of little things are starting to like poke holes in you. And you're starting to deflate. Your fire is starting to peter out. You see that the sun is starting to rise in the background and the darkness is dissipating. So that means that you're on the right track. You are a little burnt out. You're tired. All these things are bringing you down. But just wait a little bit. And I suggest for this week that you really kind of figure out a plan how you're going to recuperate and how you're going to get past this mindset and go on to your normal Leo attitude. So that's your job for this week, Leo, okay? Okay, Virgo. Virgo, you have the 9 of Pentacles. You're surrounded by all of the hard work that you've been able to accomplish so far. So maybe this week focus on the smaller details, the finer details as well. You want to make sure that you have all your loose ends tied up. As I mentioned earlier, we're ending the year with Pisces, and we're going to start it again with Aries very, very soon. So this is the time you want to make sure all these loose ends are wrapped up. You want to go into the new year without any open phrase or anything that you have to go back and revisit. You want to start the new year with a clean slate, essentially, and like a clean palette. All right, so that's for my Virgos. Libra. Libra, you have the 2 of Pentacles. And with the 2 of Pentacles, you have these 2 equally good things that you're constantly going back and forth. For a little bit, you think, oh, I'm going to go with this. This is what I feel like. And then all of a sudden, the next day, it's like, well, what about the other thing? And Libras are all about balancing. They have the scales. They want to make things right. And you can see with him, he's kind of trying to balance and figure out what direction he wants to go in. Good morning, fan. Hello, hello. So Libras, this is going to be a very interesting week for you. This is going to allow you that problem solving that you love doing and that logical reasoning. But also make sure that you're going with what's best. And in this situation, both things seem pretty equal. If there was something that was worse than the other, I doubt you would be struggling a lot with this. I think Libras are very good at making quick decisions. So when it's something like this, you know that both things are really, really important to you or very at least equal in weight. So for Libras, you really want to try and use your problem solving to figure out what direction you want to go in this week, okay? So that was Libra. So now we have Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Fool. This is a really good card for Scorpios because they're so used to retreating back and staying in. But this is a good message for you, Scorpio. Excuse me, my throat's been bothering me. For Scorpios, this is a time for you to start something new. We're starting the new year. We're getting out of this emotional kind of ending with Pisces season, and as Aries season starts, you want to get that passionate fire energy going to kickstart your year, or to kick off this new kind of energy. So why not try something that's a little bit out of your comfort zone? You have the experience, and you don't need to take all of your emotional baggage with you. You want to go in with a good mindset, and you want to go in thinking, I can really do something new and fun and exciting. And that can change the whole perception of your week. So what I would do is don't even plan, Scorpio. Find something that you've been wanting to do for a while and just dive right in. You have the people that will warn you if you get a little bit out of out of hand or a little off track, but all good vibes with the sun in the corner, okay? So you're doing great. Jump into something that you haven't done before. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the Six of Swords. And a lot of time with Sages, that fiery energy can kind of get out of hand a little bit too much, and it can start affecting other people. This is a great sign for you, Sag, to just stay in your lane and focus on you, girl. You don't want to go into this year with little bits of like conflict. You know what I mean? Maybe like little petty comments, trying to brag about what you're doing when other people are going through it. Maybe this is just the week for you to like chill out. And this is the week for you to stay in your lane and avoid all the drama. Even if it's not something that you're specifically doing, if other people around you are starting to be a little dramatic, just avoid it entirely. You want to be in a pure, good mindset. You don't want to worry about other people's BS. So that's what I'm getting with this card, okay? So just avoid all the crap. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, you have the Three of Swords. You might feel like you're being left out of something. And this could be possible because Capricorns like to be a little devilish. They like to kind of poke fun at things. And sometimes people can read that as like very, very shady, and not a lot of people can handle that kind of shade, right? You're also an earth sign. You're very rigid. You're very raw. You're very short, and you're direct. And sometimes that energy can come across very, very rough. And so you don't want to be feeling like you're left out in this situation, but at the same time, that's kind of the energy you're putting out there. So you can look at this card two ways. Number one, you can address this problem this week and figure out why you're being left out, why people are trying to shun you and kick you out. Especially if this is like a betrayal, if you feel betrayed or feel like a friend or a peer or a colleague kind of threw you under the bus, you really want to address that and be like, why? The second thing you can do is you can reflect on it. Swords are all about intellect and like higher thinking. So maybe you should take some time this week to reflect on how your actions have been affecting other people and the consequences of your actions. At least in the United States, it's a free country. For the most part, you can do whatever you want, but that doesn't mean that your actions go without consequences. So this is something you should really reflect on. So that's for my Capricorns. Aquarius. Aquarius, you have the Five of Pentacles. Aquariuses are kind of like the air version of Leos. They're very, very much think that they're right all the time. They want to be this like guiding kind of figure, and they want their air to push people in the right direction. But in this case, your wind is not moving. You are very stuck, and you are kind of having this like back and forth. These could represent your outer self versus your inner self. This could represent somebody that you're very close to, that you're having some conflict with, and you're going through it. And Aquarius, remember, it's okay to reach out for help. The lights are on. People are home. They want to hear what you're going through, and they want to see you become vulnerable so they can help you and reach out to you. It's a two-way street. You can't be this prominent figure that sits up and thinks nothing wrong happens to me, because then people aren't going to help you when you really need it. So just let your walls down, accept the fact that you need help, and stop struggling when you don't need to. So that's for my Aquarius this week. Big energy. I know it's hard, but I promise you can get through it, Aquarius. And last but not least, Pisces with the Wheel of Fortune. What a great card for a Pisces right now, because the Wheel of Fortune is all about like karma and effect, motion and effect. the energy you put out is the energy you're going to get back in. And we're almost done with Pisces season. We're getting right into Aries season, that new year, that fresh energy. We just had daylight savings. We're getting all that sunshine, right? Lovely message for Aquarius, basically everything with like my sister. Aquariuses are very... I'm going to tangent for a second, and then we'll get back to Pisces. Aquariuses want to have that intellectual integrity, and they want to have that intellectual superiority. And when you have that combined with the ego, you just become very self-reliant. And you can't constantly rely on yourself to make yourself feel better. You need to reach out to other people. We're a social species. We're a social society. You know, you have people that even if you haven't talked to them in a while, they will still help you because they see that good inside of you. So that's my little tangent for Aquarius. So anyways, back to Pisces. Because my fiancé is a Pisces, so I bet he's dying to know. So the Wheel of Fortune. That energy that you've been putting out all year, all that good energy, all that bad energy, all that toxic energy, all the kind energy, the warm energy you've been putting out, every single type of energy out there is coming back to you all at once. And that's very hard to take in and reflect on and absorb while you have all your other stuff going on right now. So for my Pisces this week, this is your time to absorb all the energy that's coming back to you. All these elements around, all these things that you see in the background of the card, all these little figures, they're all energy. And they're all things that you have been going through the last year. And through your season, you've been really reflecting emotionally on it. And Pisces do it kind of at a slow pace. They like to swim in their circle. They like to dream and think about things, and that's fine, but your time is of the essence, especially now. This is like almost a judgment time. It's like, hey, let's start going. Let's start processing these feelings that you've been putting out, because you don't want to go into the new year all mumble jumbled in your feelings, because that's going to throw Pisces off at a time where you're supposed to be, you know, excited and happy and, you know, looking forward towards things and starting that new cycle of energy. So for my Pisces this week, and I'm going to tell my fiance this later, you really need to reflect on everything you've been going through right now, and you need to make sure that you are ready to go into the new year with an emotional, clean slate and an open mind, willing to accept new experiences, okay? So big card for Pisces. So that's it for our weekly reading. Again, I apologize for not doing it yesterday. I was so busy and so stressed out. I didn't have time, and I didn't want to do a reading when I was not in a good mindset. So I appreciate people that watched today. I will try to be better about planning my days on my Sundays, but I thank you guys for watching. You can follow me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all at TheTarotGaymer. You can also follow me on Twitch at TheTarotGaymer, and I play video games, usually from 2 p.m. to 5 Eastern Time. And also, this Thursday, I will be going live with the Magician's Menagerie at 8 p.m. Your good life happens. Thank you, Finn. I appreciate that. So I'll be going live at 8 p.m. with the Magician's Menagerie. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to talk about tarot. We're going to talk about video games, our spiritual paths, our relationships to our tarot, and we're going to answer some questions with some cards. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be leading it, so I'm really excited. And yeah, that's about it. So thank you guys so much. I will be uploading this video onto YouTube, and I hope you all have a great day.